Welcome back to the JoinTheTrades.com interview series, where we talk to tradespeople and learn more about successful career paths straight from the source. Today, we have something different. We've got Andrew Brown with us. Andrew Brown is going to enlighten us to his experiences with tradespeople over the last 23 years. Andrew, tell us about your genesis.
Hey, crew. Thanks for having me. Nicole, great to see you.
Good to
Just
see
to
you.
give, likewise, to give your audience a little bit of context about my background, um, I take you back when I was 23 years old, and it was September 2001. I was living in New York City at the time, and the planes had just hit the buildings. And I got this crazy idea to call my friend in Rhode Island to have him come in, and we were going to go down there and help. So after some convincing back and forth, I was able to get him to come down only a couple of days after the incident had happened. And he picks me up with this big blue truck with an American flag on the back, and he's dressed up as a tradesperson. He's got a hard hat, he's got overalls for me. And I find myself with him now racing down the West Side Highway from checkpoint to checkpoint. As we're going along, we stop at lights, people throwing water, people throwing toothbrushes because they think we're tradespeople. We go from checkpoint to checkpoint. I can't even tell you how we even got through the checkpoints, but we got through the checkpoints. We parked the car, and now I'm standing with him on the World Trade Center only a couple of days after. And the entire day, I was helping first responders, police, firefighters, EMS, and tradespeople find survivors the entire day. And I was watching the tradespeople on site, and they were doing any means necessary to find people. They were going into unstable structures. I saw people with no PPE on. It was just, you talk about life-changing events, not even from a personal standpoint, but from a professional standpoint. I was an IT guy. I was not a tool guy. And after that incident, a couple weeks after, I put my 2 weeks notice in with an IT firm that I was working with. And I spent weeks, months, sleepless nights trying to figure out how do I get back to the tradespeople that I saw during 9/11. And that's when I co-founded an online tool and equipment business with my brother called Toolfetch. About 23 years ago, we're still going strong. We still love the business today. We sell tools to the skilled trades. So professionals such as welders and carpenters and plumbers and other blue collar skilled trades. So these are the men and women who are building and repairing our infrastructure, our bridges, our tunnels, our roads. And we offer one of the largest online tool and equipment catalogs with 1 million different products from 650 different vendors. So products like lifts, cement mixers, drain cleaners, stuff like that. That is my way to get back to the skilled trades. And I've been doing this for a almost 23 year period, talking about the skilled trades and the advantages of being in the skilled trades and what you can be and climb the ladder of success. I've always tried to be a beacon or a voice for the blue collar skilled trades, and I do that through content and LinkedIn and other platforms. And that's really how I started. So I got thrust into into that world.
And that's actually where I learned about you as well as on LinkedIn, because you have a very kind of prevalent voice related to recruiting into the skilled trades and educating people on the value that they bring. Where, and you see that passion come through in these videos that you make to say, hey, like, do you guys know? So what are some of the things that you have seen, some trends that you have seen when it comes to recruiting into the skilled trades?
Well, it's interesting. I see a lot of things just talking to plumbers and welders, carpenters, everybody in the skilled trades around the country. And I've been listening to all this stuff, and I just had a buildup of over 20 years of just listening to the wage issues and listening to recognition and listening to there's 40% that are going to be retiring over the next 5 or 10 years. And I got this like thing inside of me that I need to put it out. Like one day I'm just like, I'm putting these messages out and I don't care. I want to put them out there because I feel that this particular field or skilled trades is, to some degree, I don't want to wait 4 weeks for a plumber or an electrician to show up. I don't want that to happen. I don't want the men and women who are responsible for fixing pretty much everything we take for granted in our house when we go over a bridge, a tunnel, or a road. to keep that messaging going to get the younger generation involved. And so I keep pounding that message every day, and I show up with a video every day on LinkedIn and other platforms to keep reminding people that, hey, when you're thinking about either college or a trades path is another opportunity for the people that don't want to go to college. So I keep reminding people and showing up, because I feel if I don't show up, I feel like I'm not going to make a big enough impact. So that's why I keep doing what I'm doing, and I keep showing up. So that's why you keep seeing me on LinkedIn and when I'm in your feed all the time.
So you ended up making a complete 180 in your career. You go there, you're here at 9/11, and that's an incredible background story, by the way. Certainly, you hear John Stewart nonstop pounding the table on what that experience was like, how so many people were affected by it and continue to be affected by it to this day. And you obviously took some real passion to heart there from that experience. At that point, you were in IT. You did a complete 180 and decided, like, hey, I found my niche. I found my people, and these are the people that I want to be with. Are you still in contact with a lot of the people that you had that experience with during that time?
Yes, I'm still friends with the individual that I did go down there. So that's, it's dear to my heart. And every time I see him, it brings back memories from when we went down there. I feel it's like divine intervention. It's like somebody took me and said, you're going to go here. This is your path, right? You hear these stories and you're like, that doesn't happen. Well, it happened to me. I'm standing right here and telling you that happened. So I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and putting out those videos and messaging. So that's my fuel. That's my fuel.
So I apologize for interrupting. So being in IT, you had gotten your college degree. Is that correct?
I did, and I could tell you that I was more lost when I came out of school than when I was in school. So I am on the other side. So I preach both sides. So depending upon, you got to decide what's the right path for you. I like people to have options, because I really didn't have an option when I was younger, because in my household, it was just spoken about go to college. It wasn't really spoken about the trades, right? So that's what the messaging that keeps happening is what's spoken about in the household. If I had that information, if I had the right information, I sat down with a guidance counselor or a teacher saying, hey, look, yeah, you're decent with your hands. Like, you might want to consider going down a path or a trades path. It's just not happening. So maybe I would have found the trades in an earlier standpoint, and gone that direction. I didn't. So I was a programmer. I was doing C++ and doing calculus. I was a business major. I minored in finance. I went into IT and then had this life-changing event and went into the tool business. Like, you talk about going zigzagging around, and I feel that a lot of people, when they come out of college, it's, a lot of people don't stay in the career that they studied for, and they put all this money into it and they change careers. And I feel like the skilled trades is, a great path for somebody who can get right into, an apprenticeship or start learning and making money. And it's lifelong skills that never leave you, and you're always in demand.
Yeah. Agree with that. Yeah. So what trades do you find are there certain industries that you work with the most?
Plumbing, electrical, a little bit. We do obviously welding trade as well. We kind of span. We have over 1 million different products in our lineup, so it spans a lot of different industries. So not one per se, but we do a lot of infrastructure work. So people who are building and repairing, our infrastructure. That's kind of where our sweet spot is. Yeah.
Okay. Have you found any of these industries that aren't necessarily dying to recruit more people in? Is there anybody who's not hurting?
Everybody's hurting. Everybody's
so
hurting.
There's not. I'm genuinely curious because I work in commercial HVAC. At this point, we've interviewed, probably 10 to 12 other trades, a few in the same trade. And so and of those, obviously those people that we've interviewed they're like, yeah, we can't find enough people. We can't find enough people. I thought, I wonder if there is a trade out there that is just like, you know what, we're good actually, but we're worried that it's going to hit us next, you know? So that was my question. That other thing I was going to say is like, I'm like you, I have the same background. I went to college. I majored in international business. I came out of it making $37,000 a year with no opportunity for promotion. Like it was, and I'm just like you also, I'm not anti-college. I'm not, but I am pro information to make the right decision. So two different threads there for you to work on, to work with.
Yeah. I don't, to answer your question, like I work with the American Welding Society, right?
Okay.
And you could look at the stats of how many people are retiring, how many people are coming in, and it's just, to me, it's mind-boggling. I watched that site that they have where it shows all the statistics, and I'm like, what can we do to get more people involved in the skilled trades? I think where it's HVAC, welding, plumbing, each one has its own challenges of finding an individual or the younger generation to get involved, because a lot of them feel that it's like, well, it's going to take me a long time. Why? I'm not going to make a lot of money up front, and I certainly don't want to work with my hands. You know, it's all that old adage of you keep hearing that gets instilled in a younger kids, you know, whether it's parents or whether it's a guidance counselor, whether it's a teacher. And I always say teachers and guidance counselors are the best marketers for college, free referrals. Just keep referring people to college. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I just, again, going back to kids having the right information about the trades so they can make an informed decision, because I think there is tremendous opportunity, especially in this window of time, to get into the trades and make a decent living. Obviously, you got to work your butt off and learn and climb the ladder of success, but sky's the limit, I feel.
Yeah, over the years, college appears from an outsider standpoint to become more and more of a business racket on some level, unfortunately. Not that, not like I'm not anti-college, I went to college. However, you can definitely stand back and see like, okay, so this is kind of like, let's funnel as many people in here. This is a big moneymaker for the country in general, yada, yada, yada. And it's, kind of continues us down this way without realizing that these are real opportunities on the other side. You have a perspective that may be useful. A lot of the time when I'm talking to people about this, particularly young people, I hear about this AI revolution thing. Of course, it's going on ChatGPT and all this. Because you have an IT background, you might be able to enlighten us a little bit. From the perspective that I seem to have gathered, it looks likely that this whole AI thing is not the one place it's really not going to affect on any level, or the actual trades. It looks like it may affect the computer industry, certainly, all kinds of different financial aspects, but for job security, the trades are the place to be. Thoughts?
AI is coming for your white collar job. It's not coming for your blue collar job. And I'm just saying that because there's been some, there's one that went viral on LinkedIn and other areas where it's a billboard and it says something like, Chat GTP, build me a building or something. And it said something about the skills cannot be replaced. The skill trades cannot be replaced. And I had done a similar banner as well. And it's totally true, right? Like AI is not going to fix my faucet or fix my sink. I still need somebody to come in there and fix with their hands, right? But I think the automation side, there are certain things that, can be replaced in robotics and stuff like that. There, guys tying rebar, right? I've seen robots go in and tie rebar because you're sitting there with your, hunched over and you're tying rebar. Well, that's something can be possibly automated, stuff like that. But all the different things where you're fixing someone's boiler or AC, robot is not coming anytime soon. This is not iRobot with Will Smith, and I don't know if you saw that movie, but like where the robots are gonna, fix everything and people are not gonna have a job. It's not like that. I almost feel that skilled trades to some degree is recession proof. Even though people don't spend on big projects, they still need things fixed around their house. They still need plumbing issues. They still have drain issues, whatever it may be. People have to fix their roofs and boilers and such. So there's always work that needs to be done. And especially I mean, this is everywhere, but where I live, people are always asking, who do I go to? Who's the guy or who's the girl? Like, who do I reach out to? They're always in demand. As long as you get back to people and you're in the skilled trades, you give good customer service, you get referred, you can make good money. And I always laugh and I always say, people ask, who has the big house in the corner? I said, that guy's in the plumbing business. And people are like, what? I don't get it. You know, it's like
100%,
yeah.
100%. The wealthiest people I've ever met in my entire life are trades business owners. I just
Here's the, yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's it. That's the whole statement. That's 100% true.
Here's a prime example. I don't know if you're familiar with Roger Wakefield. I don't know if you know that name, but he's a very well-known plumber in Texas and started his own business in plumbing. And he's your prime example of what you can do above and beyond the trades. He's got a huge YouTube channel with over 600,000 hardcore subscribers in the trades, and he's making a difference and bringing people in. So yeah, he started off as a plumber, but he worked his way up, has his own business, and he's doing extremely, extremely well. So there's tons of opportunity. Depends where you want to take it.
You know, the comment about the AI real quick, I saw another joke because I saw the billboard you're talking about. It says, hey, ChatGPT, finish this building. And it's like a half constructed building. And then it says the skilled trades will never be replaced by AI. But I saw another one recently where somebody made a comment that said, no, robots can do a lot of trades jobs too, right? And then the reply to that comment was, who's going to provide maintenance and repair on the robots? So it's just like it never goes away. Like you have to have people who are knowledgeable and skilled, and trades are referred to often, at least ours, HVAC, we refer to it as a STEM career. I mean, it is science and technology, right? Engineering and maths. Like it is absolutely in dealing with a lot of these things. As technology advances, so will the skilled trades development and training. Like you will train tradespeople on the new technology. I mean, some of the tools, like to your point, some of the tools that they're using today are very, very advanced, but it doesn't replace the need to have somebody on site, have eyes on something, have hands on something to make it happen. Very different than the manufacturing environment where step A, B, and C always happen in the same order and at the same pace or at the same, pressure point or whatever it is. Manufacturing, you can absolutely automate. And we watched that wave happen and a lot of people lost jobs. With trades careers, like you have to have a human brain analyze every unique scenario and go, okay, here's what we're going to do on this one. It's kind of a cliche to say that in the trades, there are, with the exception of safety, there are no rules other than that. Like the single rule that applies is that there are no rules, something like that. Like you have to be able to like think through something creatively and be a problem solver, and a robot just can't do that.
Not yet. Not yet. But you still need the hardworking individuals in the skilled trades with their hands to get in there. I don't see that happening anytime soon, that a robot's going to show up and fix my car. It's just I just don't see that. I just don't see that happening. So I just think it's ironic that they said that years ago that robots are coming for the blue collar jobs, but yet AI is coming for your white collar job. I just thought that was really interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah, it's the antithesis of that, it looks like. It's funny you bring up how much they are in demand. Like I'm a homeowner, I have an older home in Texas, and this week I had a plumbing problem. One of my pipes burst. My AC has gone off to the point where I have to reset it every couple days. So I know darn well I'm about to have to do that. I already got a call into that guy. And I was driving home from Tyler not too long ago, and my drive shaft broke on my car just on the highway. So within a week's time, I've needed 3 tradespeople just to get back to zero, just to get back to the level playing field. So it's undeniable that in your everyday life, these careers are completely in demand at all times across the board.
And I agree with you. And the concern is, and I'll give you an example, is that my dryer and my dryer conked out, right? Couldn't dry. And there's one guy who, like, everyone knows him. You call that guy. He's the guy. He's 64, 65. He comes down, he listens to it. I know what it is. He just knows what needs to be fixed. And I got to speaking to him. He's 64, 65. He's basically at retirement age. He's like, I don't understand. He's like, I have no debt, make good money. I don't work that many hours, but no one wants to take my job. And I'm thinking to myself, like, when he leaves, who's going to take over? Who's going to fix someone's dryer? It's mind boggling. He was thinking like, this is a great opportunity, and no one wants to do it. And that's the scary part, is that who's going to be replaced? Who's going to replace them? That's the concern. That's why the messaging is so important.
Yeah, you touch on money, and that's always important to all of us, of course, and we can bring it back to that. You have 23 years of experience working with people in the trades of all so many different trades. We've spoken about some real success stories across the board to get the word out there to younger people. For instance, I've talked to some young people that are like, I'm not going to work on a roof for $30,000 a year. And I'm like, okay, this is an issue. Like, we're talking, six figures in not too short of a time, if you just, get your ducks in a row. Across your experience, have you seen anyone wanting for a good salary, or is everyone just exceeding expectations?
Are you saying that kids are seeing it as not an opportunity because it's low wage? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I'll show you something, and I'm going to go off camera for 2 seconds and come right back. Okay, just give me 1 second.
All right.
So I keep this up. I don't know if you can see it here. I don't know if it's backwards in the camera, and I always say, you don't have to go to college to make a good living. So I list out a plumber, a welder, a carpenter, and what you can make per hour. Obviously, depending upon where you are and where you're located in the US, it's going to be dependent upon that. But the ability to make good money, it's just like anything else, right? You got to put the time, energy, and money into it and work your way up. You're not going to just walk in and start making bank all of a sudden. You need to put the time and effort. You need to work with somebody who's been in the trade, someone who can be a mentor, that can, maybe that person has 25, 30 years who can level you up. And I look at that and I say, if I was going through the trades, I would love to have a mentor, because that person will cut the time in half for me. Maybe they can show me the way. They could, all those pitfalls that I would have stepped into, that person is guiding me. So all those little things help. I don't know. I think there's an argument on both sides. I think initially people look at it and say, well, I'm just going to make $15 an hour. Why would I do that? I, go work, at fast food or something like a joint or something like that. I think it's the long-term view and the outlook, because yes, you have to earn your stripes and you have to work hard. And it goes back, I talk to people who are interested in the trades, and they all think that it's like some guy with a dusty old wheelbarrow on a construction site. It's like that I'm like, no, that's what you think it is. And I go back to the thing I always say, that bridge over there, that was built by tradespeople. That building over there, that was built by tradespeople. And start going through all the things that were built by hardworking tradespeople, that you can be feeling that feeling of accomplishment, that you've done something. You built a school for education. Kids are getting an education, right? Mm-hmm. You built a road, you built a tunnel, people can get to work, or a building, that type of stuff. So sharing with kids that you're not just building something to build something, but you're building something for the much greater good. And I think that gets lost in translation somewhere.
I've actually heard tradespeople say that. I love driving past a building and thinking, I made that building. It's been there for 30 years or whatever. Part of the messaging about, hey, long term, you got to think long term. You got to think. It's really not all that long term that you go from $15 an hour to making $80, $90, $100,000. We're talking a period of, depending on which industry you choose, depending on how much you're able to learn, et cetera, et cetera. But you're looking at 5-6 years before you spend 5 or 6 years at a fast food restaurant, you start at $15 an hour, and 6 years later, you're making $15.45 an hour, right? Like, it doesn't change. But if you start at $15 an hour in a trade career, you enter an apprenticeship program, you go through the apprenticeship. At the end of it, you're a journeyman. Like, you're, in our industry at least, you're making well into 6 figures. And it's a 4-year apprenticeship program. So if you start at 18, you're 22 years old, you're buying your first house, you're driving a nicer truck than any of your friends are. It's not, yes, it is a long-term, but relative to life, it's actually pretty short-term. It's dedicating yourself for 4 to 5 years to really learning a trade, being that skilled person. And then you can look forward and go, do I want to take management classes? Do I want to take leadership classes? Do I want to, if I have an entrepreneurial spirit, do I want to open my own business? Like there's so many options there, but you're not making $15 an hour 4 years down the road. It's just, you got to start at $15 an hour because you're worth $15 an hour. You can't do anything. You can literally do nothing, but they're bringing you on anyway. Right. And then they're going to train you. And each year you're guaranteed a huge jump in pay, at least in an apprenticeship program. So I'm a big advocate for apprenticeship programs. I think that structured model that allows you to have a pay raise each year and also but you have to meet certain thresholds from a capability and competency standpoint. I think it's just a great model on the job training.
Yeah, and it just, exactly what you were saying of getting into the right apprenticeship program and making money and going to school. And, yes, after a handful of years, you can start doing well. The thing is, I think it's the messaging behind that, because I don't think the younger generation, not everybody, but a lot, don't see that. They see that as like, it's never going to happen for me. It goes back. I keep going back to the same thing. It goes back to the messaging. You want to change someone's perspective. Show them a success story. Share the success story of XYZ who started when they were 20 plus, and now they're 4 or 5 years in, and I'm making $60 an hour, whatever it is. That's a success story, because you could say, okay, I can invest 4 or 5 years, because whatever you're going to do when you get out of school, you're going to have to invest anyway into something, another field. Whether you're going to be a lawyer, a doctor, you got to go through all that schooling and come out. It takes time, like everything else. So I think the opportunities are there.
Absolutely, and I think there's less questionable outcomes if you really invest yourself into these into a trade or into an apprenticeship program. Once you get your license, you get your journeyman license, whatever it is, like you're going to be making at least X number of dollars. Now with college, unless you are doctor, lawyer, with college, you can graduate and you could come out of school making 80 grand, 120 grand, or 37 grand. It is all over the board. And a lot of it has to do with like going that corporate route, going that college route. I feel like a lot of it has to do with hard work plus luck. You don't always get that luck component. And with skilled trades, you do the hard work, you're going to hit this level, period. You're going to make this much money in 4 or 5 years, period. Especially in today's world where skilled tradespeople are so needed. Like we need to add more to the industry. Like you're going to have a very stable career. And I think I'm with you. I mean, we're saying the same thing. The messaging is what needs to get out there, help them understand it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, in your opinion, if somebody wanted to get started in the trades, and somebody says, you make these videos and people go, all right, Andrew, I'm sold. I've been watching your videos for a while and I don't want to go to college and I want to get started. What would you recommend?
So for instance, I'm just going to use the welding trade because I work with the American Welding Societies. The American Welding Society, if somebody's interested in the trade, well, what do you want to do within welding? You know that you're interested in welding. Do you want to be a Boilermaker? Do you want to weld underwater? Like there's a lot of things that you can do. So on the American Welding Society's website, you can take an assessment test and define exactly what you're looking for. And it gives you steps of how to possibly look for an apprenticeship or look for an open job or look for a trade school, that type of stuff. So it is working with, in this case, the American Welding Society and figuring out exactly what you want to be and then following sort of those steps. But it's not just that. You still need people who are in the welding trade to work with and to get knowledge from. That's why I keep going back to working with somebody who has been in the trade for a long time, because they can tell you, again, going back to what I said before, the pitfalls and things to watch out for. I'm in favor of somebody being or working with a mentor that can really kind of help them sort of scale throughout their career. That's something that I didn't have when I was younger, and then now I had it when I'm older, and I can tell you firsthand. that it makes a huge difference. But doing your own research, there are times that people have somebody in their family that is in the skilled trades or some sort of trade that they can speak to see if that's an option. Maybe they're a plumber, maybe they're an electrician, and maybe you can get information that way. I have a family member who wants to be an electrician. Is he a perfect example? But he's a little bit older. He's about 32, 33. And he was working for Trader Joe's out in California. Now wants to make the shift into being an electrician. So I was able to, I have some people that I know who are in the electrical trade that are going to speak to him to help him through sort of the decision-making process, union, non-union, and give him all the information that he would need to make an informed decision. So I think it's a matter where you get your information from and who you attach yourself with to get the right information.
Hey, brother, I got a question for you. Usually during these interviews, Nicole and I will ask the individual that we're speaking with about the pros and cons of their specific field. But because of the fact that you have such a wide net cast across so many trades, perhaps you can enlighten anyone out there about the things that you hear most of the time as far as, okay, generally, these are the things that we find rewarding about being involved in the trades. We've talked about the money issues. So anything other than that?
Well, first you get to work outside. That's a pro. I mean, instead of working in your four walls, right, you can be out in the field somewhere. You're working, in the country somewhere. So like you're outside. It's something different. Some people are not built for sitting at a desk, right? Some people want to be outside. I also think it's just the feeling of the accomplishment that you actually built something and you actually completed something. You actually helped an individual. Going back to my example with education and building a school, and then I built a school so people can get an education, that type of stuff. There's something honorable about that. And to what you said, Nicole, like, I built that. And you see skilled tradespeople, they love that stuff. They love to point that out. I've heard from many different people that they make their families like really sick because like they're constantly tell like their family, I built that. Like there's something about that that's exciting. What else? Yeah, I just think I just think at this point in the game, there's such a window of opportunity because the demand is there and the amount of people, it's not equalized. Like you said, companies, HVAC, whatever it is, people are looking for people and people need people. So I think this is just a great opportunity just to get into the trades or at least look into getting into a trade because I think, over the next 4 or 5 years, I say $100 an hour that people will make, as long as you're good at what you do, because you'll be in high demand.
Yeah, I mean, we look at we go back the Industrial Revolution. Obviously, there were a lot of people working in, metalwork and all kinds of things there. And then we had, in the 60s and the 70s, there was a whole lot of steel working still going on. There was automobiles being made and there was all kinds of that work. And then we did kind of, send a lot of it offshore here in the States. Sure. However, it does look like there is a new movement to kind of head in an infrastructure green direction where we're going to be building more. We're going to be, and everything in my limited knowledge, certainly I talked to someone who works in a windmill farm not too long ago, but in my knowledge, that means that there's going to be massive more opportunity even than there is now at that point, right? Because any of those need electricians, any of those need carpenters, any of those need, a countless other trades.
We're electrifying everything, right? From your Tesla that's sitting downstairs that needs a charger, to the whole infrastructure, right? I remember seeing this article. It said something, if you want to save the planet, become an electrician. It was just an eye-catching headline that I saw, because it's really true, because we don't have enough electricians to keep up with the demand because everything is becoming electric. You're going to move away from combustion engines and move into everything electric. So you just keep compounding that by every single trade, and you're just like, oh my God, all these people are retiring. What the heck? You look at our infrastructure, we're a C minus infrastructure in the US. How do you get to a A plus if nobody wants the job? It's just this like balance, and the government wants to spend all this money on infrastructure and build up the infrastructure, but you need the people behind it. You need the people in the skilled trades. So we need to change something to get the people, the younger generation involved, because otherwise you're going to wake up. I always joke around, one day we woke up and all the skilled trades people disappeared. We'd be in a really, really tough spot.
Yeah, well, your information and your inspirational drive to get the word out there certainly will make a difference. Nicole's as well. Talking about $100 an hour in a short period of time doesn't hurt to get the word out there. Also, we can't thank you enough for being here and passing on such great information. Nicole, do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I love finding other people who have the same passion, it's all about the messaging. It is all about the messaging and the exposure, because I think you and I have spoke about this. My TikTok channel jumped up to 86,000 followers when I started saying, hey, these are 6-figure careers. And people are like, no, they're not. And then you had all these tradespeople jumping on to the comments thread saying, yes, they are. I make all, and the exposure is the problem. They aren't getting it in high school. They're not getting it in middle school. So by the time they graduate, the only path that they've been directed to is either the college or the military. And so there's this huge, the gap, and we refer to the gap. My gap is, I think it's an information gap, and it has led to the labor gap, but exposure. The message is important. These are great careers. And then just getting more of it out there. So I love what you do, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate you coming on here with us and telling us your thoughts on it as well.
I appreciate you having me, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Andrew, why don't you take a minute to plug your social media again, if you will, for anyone out there who wants to reach you.
Sure. So I'm predominantly on LinkedIn. If you'll see me on a video every day, and I'll be in your feed if you connect with me every day. If you want to talk shop about the skilled trades, I'm here. DM me. If you want to talk about tools and equipment, I'm here too. LinkedIn is under my name, Andrew Brown. Under YouTube, it's under my business name called Toolfetch, or www.toolfetch.com is our website directly.
All right.
It was such a pleasure, brother.
Likewise. Thank you.
Thanks very much. We'll see you. Bye, folks. We'll see you next time.